First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Taylor makes the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Working quickly here. On first down, it's Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They'll throw again, Richardson. He brings it in. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock. I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over you saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First down throw, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 41. Love out of the shotgun. Reed's got it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Loves to throw again. He has the first over the middle. And he moves the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. On first and 10, here's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Packers losing by 14. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Packers.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Catch made over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The Packers take their first time out. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Completes this one to Granson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Setting up to pass. That's Mitchell on the slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to... And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No connection on the last play. He'll look to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They're now set for 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they weren't afraid to keep running up that score to the point that records came and went on the way to victory. Their point total, Brock, actually eclipsed the old record of 72 points in a game, which was held by Washington since 1966. Now a new record stands, one of the great offensive showings we have ever seen. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see which side of Pennsylvania is better in this one. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Second down and 6 now. Here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. Down the right sideline. And down to the 27-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. To throw is Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, 14 yards. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Backfield, that's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands.
The 30, pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tackle made by Montravius Adams.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steelers ready for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Still going. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. He's off to a pretty shaky start, to put it mildly. He's had 2 passes picked off and run back for touchdowns, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Zach Bond
came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let it fly for Austin.
And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. Back to throw here.
Going right back to Dotson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Barkley, inside handoff.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing is Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
What a run there by Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Elliott now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Fields. And for the...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think...
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. That's caught. Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Baltimore. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. Here's 2nd and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come.
And he's into the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll go right back to Flowers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. He'll look for Flowers downfield. To the goal line and in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Once again, it's Barkley. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. 2nd and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurt. The ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Baltimore. Jackson. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. The point after now from Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens are able to extend their 1st quarter lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Kenneth Gainwell going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. That's going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball and try to shift back some of...
And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very 1st quarter of play. Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and good. And the Ravens are able to extend the lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Britton Covey now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face second down and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. That'll be taken in by Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Hurts. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And this one is blocked. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Hurts now. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. Good running, gets him to about the 44.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this first quarter. A first down throw for Hurts. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
He finds Devontae Smith. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On first down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A run up the middle with Barkley. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
One more time, they try Barkley. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator,
and for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Second down, Jackson. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and 9. Throwing Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson looking to throw. He'll look underneath for Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll run. It's Henry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Jackson now on 2nd down. A pass pulled in by Henry. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll run here with Hill. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he's in. Justice Hill. Touchdown, Ravens. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Covey now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Now Barkley. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this 1st half. Great. He might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Hardy now with the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven 1st down. Here's Hill. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Now, Jackson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll run it with Henry. And the Ravens have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line. Here's a run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Can the defense do it again from the 1? 3rd down now and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he takes it into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. And instead, why don't we get right back to it? as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. A first down throw for Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
What can they do here on third down and 7? That's taken in by Dotson. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. To the air again, Hurts. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Third and long for Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone yet again. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens stretch things out even further. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Another really nice pickup there, Mike, and we've seen them continue to utilize him in the passing game really from the jump, and these are the kind of numbers you traditionally see out of a #1 receiver, but at least for this game here, he's been their #1 option in this offense.
Again, Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he will score again. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is brought in. And he's got another one. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. Tucker's extra point, up and good in a single game. Point up, and the already sizable lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. Hurts to the air on first down. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the left side and taken in by Smith. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Open man, Devontae Smith. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Hurts again. That one is caught by Campbell. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hurts will try it again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Hurts to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion. Back to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here's Jackson. He runs with it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. That's it. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Eagles have it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down.
In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. There he goes again. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll run again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's taken in left side by Smith. To the air again. Hurts. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And this will be incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Jackson. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. A big play for the defense to get on the board. Quarterback trying to keep that play going. Instead, sees it go back the other way.
And the quarterback's doing a nice job of keeping his eyes down the field, but he doesn't sense the pressure. And I think that pressure, Mike, is what caused that errant pass. And not only does it lead to the turnover, but it leads to the pick six.